All right, so here we are, and we're on our sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. We have two red, so two medium springs. We're going to just start with some seated arm work. Inhale, pressing back, and exhale, controlling. So every time I reach back, I'm trying to lift up Santa there on my shirt. He's trying to really make it no place like gnome there, and in. Good. Let's do 3 more. Keep squeezing those inner thighs. They're a little bit of a cue there for your lower abdominals. Okay. Now we're going to take the handles and cross them over, put our hands in and through, and kind of spread the webbing of our hands. And a light hold on there. And to get more tension, you can kind of scoot a little bit further with your butt there, so you're deeper into that sleigh. Chest is lifted, and then we're going to do like a row here. Good. Now, if you're feeling really confident with it, you can actually just spread the fingers. Good, good. And just try to stabilize that wrist as much as possible. Good. So we're going to do that a few more times. So really feeling that between the shoulder blades and the core stabilizing. Good job. 2 more. Good. Since we're really getting those collarbones open, what we can do is add an extension. So let's go as far as our journey will take us here. And then when it can't go anymore, we're going to try to squeeze the blades and give a little bit of a openness in the chest, and then rewrite the head and bring it forward. Okay? So we're going to do that a few times. So I'm going to max out my pull here, squeeze the blades, pop the chest, and then return home. Okay, so let's do this 4 more times. I almost lost that inner thigh engagement. Don't lose that, Justin. Right? Tends to do as we work up there, we tend to kind of open up. Want to make sure that we're squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And use your last one. Nice job. Okay, good. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and hold on to our handles and change our spring. So we have a single red or single middle spring. Just reach it, and we're going to resume the same position. Okay, so from here, we're going to scoot our butts forward on the box, okay, as much as you can. And the safety check is to look behind you, make sure you have enough support. If you were to lay back, they should hold the majority of you. Now, we're going to start by bringing the arms in front, just say armpit level, and it's going to be a really kind of weak bicep curl there. That's more just to kind of organize. You can kind of hear carriages slamming shut. It's just more to organize the shoulders down the back. It's less about the tension on your bicep at this point. Good, man, like a squeaky handle. Good, last one. Okay, excellent. Good. Now I'm going to come into an L bracket, so I'm holding a right angle here in my bicep curl, and I'm going to scoop and I'm going to tip back to, say, the top of the waistband, maybe a little higher, and then I'm going to roll back up. Good. I'm going to do this a few times, and I'm really committed to the bracket that I'm making, so I'm engaging the shoulder blades down. Obviously, the biceps are firing. Good. Excellent. Good. You do want to push those pecs open, Justin. Yeah. Upper, back, right is rounding. Doesn't mean the chest is caving. Let's do 2 more. Good. Excellent. Good. So this is what Santa's doing when he's delivering the presents. He's getting his workout in. Good. Let it come up. Good. Now at this point, we're going to keep the carriage shut. We're just going to bring the arms down and kind of flip it, so we're going into a bit of a chest expansion. Good. We just want to open up those collarbones and relieve any tension in the base of the neck. Good. It's nice to open up after all that rounding. Okay, just a couple more. Good. Now that lighter spring, it's just enough to engage it. Good, but not fatigue. We're going to bring our arms about armpit level, and then we're going to come into the bicep curl. Ooh, pardon me. Look at that little twist in my rope. Want to make sure that's even. We're going to hold the bracket. We're going to roll back to our balance position. Bring the legs into tabletop and then into teaser. Woo! And then do our rows there. Curls, thank you. Well, this gingerbread hasn't done this in a while, too. And 1. Good. Now try to keep that bracket. Fold the knees, touch the toes. Woo! Control all the way up. This cookie needs to work out more. Okay. And do some stretches. I can keep going with these puns. Maybe they'll get better. And again. Good. All right, I think we're going to earn all of our treats today. And then come forward. Okay. Okay. So let's hang your handles on the pegs. Very nice. Okay, so let's take it into some seated arm work. So we're going to face the windows here. And we're going to keep that single red spring. And you can take the handle in front, and you can position your legs however. You don't want to brace them up against the machine. You can cross them over. But they're just kind of like dangly bits at this point. We're going to take the handle in the left hand into a right angle for some rotator cuff work. And then you're just going to turn that right angle in and out. Good. I'm just checking in, making sure I'm really squeezing the armpit and connecting the left shoulder blade down the back. Again, this little squeaky handle's killing me. Good. And here's your last one. Okay, we're going to take it into the right hand now. Good. And then we're going to do a high elbow here. Good. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm not twisting with it. I'm going to call this a cheat. I call this grounding. I'm going to kind of squeeze the box a little bit to help keep me square forward. Good. I'm going to do a couple more. There is incredibly bright light kicking off one of those cars. So I'm kind of losing my sight there for a little bit when I come right about here. Okay, so now we're going to take both hands on that handle, interlace the fingers, and I'm going to start by lining it up with my sternum, and then I'm going to take it into rotation. And what I'm going to try to do is let the handle be a guide to my sternum so that I'm only advancing wherever it goes rather than just, say, pulling with my arms like so. I'm keeping a nose following that handle. How you doing, Justin?
Good.
Yeah, this is really carving it all out for us. And last one. Okay, so I'm going to slowly release that so I can change my spring to a light spring. So we're taking it down to a blue. Single blue, correct. And then I'm going to take it into my right hand. I'm going to go back to the previous high elbow, but now I'm going to flip it here into the right angle. And then I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to reach down and put it back into my pocket. So I glide the elbow up, I flip it. I'm doing my best not to drop the elbow down as I go through this movement. So once I establish it here and I go in that flip, I want to make sure I don't drop it here. I want to make sure that I kind of put it on the shelf there. Okay? Let's do 3 more. Wow, this is super squeaky. Good. Good. And again. That's what it sounds like inside your shoulder. Excellent. Okay, good. Now, here's a tough one. We're going to take it out with the same hand here into that right angle. Try to square it up, and then we're going to take it out only about 10 to 15 degrees. So again, working the rotator cuff. That's really going to burn. Good. So I'm allowing the head and shoulder to drop and to rotate away. I'm doing my best not to rotate with it as I do this. Now, last bit, we're going to close the carriage, hang that handle on the peg, pick up the handle behind us. Again, I have like a little kink there. I want to make sure that I get that out. I'm actually going to reach the arm behind me, behind the box as well, with a straight arm. Anchor up that shoulder, and then I'm going to push it down behind me. It's only going to travel a few inches. And I really feel that tricep, or sorry, the bicep in that inward rotation as well as the tricep, and then also the shoulder blade. Okay, just a few more. Excellent. So we're going to hang the handle on the peg. We're going to go back to a single red, and we're just going to go to the side. So when you put on your springs, as we face the other side, you want to take your spring with you. So if the spring was closest to the window. When I change on this side, I'm going to use the spring furthest away from the window and vice versa. We're going to take the handle into your right hand. We're going to start at that right angle. Good. Good. And then just do an inward rotation. Good. I like how Justin is so neatly placing his hand behind his back like that. Good. And just keep encouraging an open chest and a lifted spine. Okay, so we're going to do 3 more. Okay. And here's your last one. Excellent. So we're going to close the carriage, take it into your left hand now, and then we're just going to take it into that high elbow position. Good. So as we do this work, we're thinking, maybe not Justin, but I'm thinking of all the like sleeveless dresses and kind of backless and low cut back items I'm wearing. Good. Justin, what are you thinking about as we work your upper body?
How the sleeves fall off of my shirt too.
How the sleeves are, yeah, how your arms become so massive and sculpted that the sleeves just tear right off like the Incredible Hulk. I like that. Good. Last one. So we're going to keep the same handle. We're going to interlace the fingers. We're going to edge it out so it lines up with the sternum. Woo, good luck. This is my weak side. You're going to twist. And then you're going to resist on the way back, and that's key. Inhale, and that's what part of working with the springs is that nice resistance on the way back, and then you get a bonus as you come in. Let's do 3 more. It isn't just, say, work in one direction. Good. Good. If I were doing this, say, on a weight rack, I would just drop the weight to the floor once I'm exhausted. Here, I have to bring the carriage in each time. Okay, good. So I'm going to shut the carriage. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to change it to a light spring, which in this case is blue. I'm going to put it back into the left hand, and we're going to repeat the high elbow, but this time we're going to add a little flip into a right angle bracket, and then we're going to flip, and then we're guiding it back down to the hip. Good. And again. Good. As much as this works our arms and shoulders, there's a lot of core work here so that I don't get, say, sucked into the pulley as I do this movement. Good. And again. And just check in on the base of your neck, right? Especially as you do the flip. We want to make sure that you don't shorten that neck. Good. 2 more. Very nice. Good. Good. One last one. And just kind of limit the movement in the wrist. The wrist does have to move, but you don't want it to break exactly. So we're not bending it there. Perfect. Good. And here's a tough one. We're going to drag it across, so we're at a right angle. And then we're going to do our rotator cuff right. And again, I'm going to try to lock my left wrist. It's definitely my weaker side. I'm right dominant. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not doing this motion just by cranking at the wrist. Okay, one last one. And we're going to slowly finish that and allow the carriage to close, hanging that hand. Very nice.
Do this back one.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
Look at me. You got to do the back. That was a test. Okay, so we're going to grab the handle behind this. Good. And again, try to square up as best you can. And then you're going to reach back. Ooh, and that always pops my shoulders, which feels good, actually. Now try to lock that elbow, Justin. What's going to happen is it's going to become one of these, like it's a little curl. Right. You want to feel like your shoulder blade. Open up that chest. And you want to feel like the shoulder blade is kind of peeling back. Yeah, it's getting closer to the spine, and it's actually, yeah. Right, good, and it kind of takes it out. It's a challenge in the forearm not to get dominant here. Okay, right in here. Let's do 2 more, because now I'm picking on you. Good. Good. Excellent. Okay, good. There we go. And now you can hang it on the peg, and now you're ready to get some cocktails so your arms are worked out. Okay, good.